first thing I wanted to ask you, Sanjeev, is about, you have invested in so many different businesses that Bala mentioned, and maybe some that we have not mentioned. How do you, at an early stage, decide where you want to make an investment? What are the kind of things that you look at?
So listen, there are 4 sort of verticals where we own and operate our own business. So there's jobs, real estate, matrimony, and education classifieds. So we are an online classifieds company. Now, as the company began to make profit, and we went public in 2006, and the money kept accumulating in the bank, the board and sort of said, listen, why don't we make good use of this money? And what we said back in 2007 is that there are plenty of people who try to do startups, good, smart, bright, young people doing startups, online companies, internet companies, which is something we know about. It's our area of expertise. There isn't that much venture capital available. उस समय नहीं था 2007 में था, but कम था. So this is an opportunity for us to invest in startups, take minority shareholdings, and then gradually grow them over time. Because there isn't that much venture capital available right now. So, and hopefully we can create value for our shareholders. So, board said good idea, and they said, ठीक है, अगले 3-4 साल में you can invest up to 160 crores, 150 crores, ऐसा कुछ number दिया था हमने. Right? And we began to invest, and we began to meet startups and look at them, and कुछ गलतियां भी की. But we invested about 8 or 9 startups in the next 3 to 5 years. Between 2007 to 2012, I think 8-9 की थी, जिसमें एक थी पॉलिसी बाजार, और एक थी, and one was Zomato. Right? Both these have done very well for us, and the others have not done so well. Some have shut down. So we've written off many of them. But that's the nature of the game. Right? So when you go into a company, you go in because you believe in that company, you believe in the founder, you believe in what they're trying to do, and you think, you're convinced, which is why you invest money. Now, along the way, some work, some don't work. And कारण कई होते हैं for not working. कारण कई होते हैं working के लिए, but when you go in, you look at the founder first, or the founders, or the founding team, and say, look, how good are they, how committed are they, ये कर पाएंगे नहीं कर पाएंगे. And very often it's a judgment call. So you're talking to Deepinder Goyal, was founder of Zomato, was 28 when we met him. When I met him first time, 28. He had roughly, I think, 3-4 years experience.
Yes.
And he had never led a team of more than 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
Okay? He's very smart, very bright, clarity of thought, superb, customer focus, excellent, good product. It's a good website, great customer insight, all that was there. But you're betting behind a 28-year-old who's had maybe 2-3 years experience, who hasn't led a large team, and you're asking yourself, अच्छा 5 साल बाद अगर कंपनी बड़ी हो गई या 7 साल बाद, and 3,000 लोग होंगे या 2,000 लोग होंगे, will you manage these people? Okay? Don't know. How will you treat minority shareholders? Don't know. Right? So you make judgment calls on several of these things, and you try and assess, and then you go in, yeah.
So let's say you made judgment calls, and in your case, I think there's some great judgment calls. Of course, not everything works out like you said, but you still don't know how it's going to pan out. And as you in the early days of a business, as you're looking at what's happening, how it's developing, how it's shaping, what are the kind of things you look at that make you feel confident that this business will shine through?
You're never fully confident, because a business बनाने में 10-15 साल लगते हैं, right? Company बनाने में, and you're never confident before that, right? And Zomato itself faced 2 or 3 near-death situations along the way. So in fact, by 2012. We began to invest in 2007. By 2012, 5 साल में, we had done about 200 crores across 7-8 companies, 9 companies. And our shareholders, we were public by then, our shareholders and the analysts, used to come and they would complain to others. They would not complain to me. They'd complain to the investor relations guy. They'd complain to the CFO. They'd complain to Hitesh Oberoi, who's the CEO. Hey, Sanjeev, pagal ho gaya. Indian promoters are megalomaniacs. They like to diversify. Sanjeev thinks he can succeed at anything. He got lucky in Naukri. He's not that smart. He's wasting our money. He's wasting our money. Right? So please tell him to stop investing. Right? He can't waste money like this. Okay, because by 2012, दो चार तो blow out हो गए थे. See, early stage investing is a business where the lemons ripen early.
Yes.
तो जिसको blow out होना होता है वो 6-8 साल 2-3 साल में blow out हो जाता है. और जो कामयाब होता है 10 साल बाद पता चलता है. Okay, so the lemons ripened early. By 2012, 2-3 had blown up and nothing looked like succeeding.
Yeah.
It's too early. And so all this feedback came in. So the board got worried. The board told me, Sanjeev, ab bas kar do. Ab ho gaya. So I said that, okay, let's do one thing. We will not invest in any new companies. But jo companiyan hai, and they need support, and you feel they deserve support, we should support them. They said, okay, fine. So I met them halfway, and we agreed on this. So from 2012 to 2016, we just did follow-on rounds in our current portfolio and did not invest in any new companies. Now, by 2015, what had happened was, became reasonably apparent that Zomato and Policy Bazaar would succeed.
Yeah.
Right? So the same investors came back and says, what is wrong with you? You wasted 4 years. Why didn't you invest? Sanjeev has lost his mojo. He's not investing. Okay. So board said, okay, fine. Ab chalu karo. Dobara. So then 2016 we started to invest again.
Yeah.
In new companies. So 2016 से 2019 तक we invested in 11 new companies.
Yeah.
2018 में क्या हुआ कि it became obvious to us that Zomato and Policy Bazaar had become so big that if we take an exit in them in a bullet, हम NBFC बन जाएंगे.
Yeah.
Now because our financial income will exceed our operating income. Now, becoming an NBFC means, you come under IBAI, all kinds of complicated regulation. But we're not an NBFC, actually.
Yeah.
And then to open a new Naukri sales office, we will have to take RBI permission.
Yeah.
Okay, which is a bad idea.
Yeah.
So then we said, let's make a fund out of it. So that's when we began and floated a fund. Yeah. But see, the truth is you're never confident, to answer your question, until 10 years, 12 years, when it's stable, when it's, predictable revenues, customers are, there are enough customers who are dependent on you, you're getting repeat business, repeat revenue. Okay, that's when you really think, okay, fine. And you build some IP, some barriers to entry, some switching costs.
Yeah.
So you have sticky customers. Yeah. So until then, you're not really, really confident.